So this video is a San Mateo County market update for the month of March 2022 and actually for the first quarter of 2022 as well. Hi there, my name is Joe Polyak, local San Francisco Bay Area real estate agent with Rise Homes. And I make videos like this for people who might be thinking about buying or selling real estate here in the San Francisco Bay Area, or just want some more information, want to learn about the process, want to know what's going on in the market. I'm here to help you and I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel, smash the like button, comment with any feedback or questions you may have, and you can always reach out to me. There's contact information in the description of wherever you're watching this video. So let's start with single family homes and for the data available for March 2022. San Mateo County Association of Realtors always provides these data sheets for us, which are very helpful. So shout out to samcar.org/market data is where you yourself can just pull these up. Single family residential March 2022. We're going to talk about the averages for San Mateo County. So 532 homes active for sale at the end of March 2022 that went live during the month. 532 new listings hit the market during the month. 343 were left in inventory at the end of the month. Let's compare that to March 2021. 528 homes were listed for sale, almost identical, but 428 were listed for sale at the end of the period. So what that tells me is that a lot more homes have been sold. And let's see if that's accurate. 415 homes were sold March 2022 and 362 were sold in March 2021. Average days on market for March 2021 was 20 days. That's how long a home sat on the market from the point that it was input into the multiple listing service, went live on the market until an offer was accepted, and it went pending or contingent status in the multiple listing service to 11 days average days on market. Average days that a home was on the market, a single family home was on the market, was 11 days. That must be a record. That is insane. To give you any kind of indication, like the average for the country is probably somewhere in the 30-day range. That is extremely aggressive. I remember 5-6 years ago when I started really consuming this data and looking at it every month and every week and reviewing it. I remember it was in the 40s, 50s for national and maybe in the 20s in the best month in San Mateo County. So 11 days on average is absolutely insane. So the market is still very, very high. Let's take a look at March 2022. Average sales price, $2.631 million, and median sales price, $2,060,000. If you watch the San Francisco market update video, you'll see that the median and average prices in San Mateo County are higher than the city of San Francisco. Let's just think about how insane that is for a second. That right now, the median price for a home in anywhere in the world, but in San Mateo County averages over 2.6 million, $1,250 per square foot. Up from last year, 2.448 million was the average, 1.985 was the median, so not quite $2 million, and $1,089 a square foot. So that's a pretty significant increase year over year. An increase, what looks like to me, if my math is correct, like 5%. So it's for median price. But price per square foot is a little bit more than that. I believe that's going to be closer to 10%. Homes on average sold for 15% over asking, which is, crazy in and of itself. 7% last year, March 2021. Let's just quickly see who are the major players in this. Average days on market. Atherton, with only 8 sold listings, had 6 days average days on market on a median, almost $7 million price point. The average days that a home sat on the market at a median price of $7 million. I mean, how many people can afford a $7 million home and so quickly that they can buy it on average in 6 days? Belmont, 8 days on market. Insanity. Pacifica, 9 days. 34 sales, but the average was 9 days. San Mateo, 7 days with 61 sales. Let's pop in Redwood City, 50 sales, 10 days. I mean, it's just insane. Let's pop in and take a look at Q1 2022. Average days on market for the first quarter, and this includes January and February, which tend to be generally slower months. March tends to be the first hot month because it's spring selling season. That was not the case this year. The case this year was that January was one of the hottest months of all time, let alone a winter month to be crazy. And the reason for that is people were anticipating interest rates rising. People wanted to get in, buy their homes. They're willing to overpay. They're willing to pay over the comps to do whatever it takes to get into a house while interest rates were still sub 3%. New homes that hit the market, 1266 at the end of the period, 347. We already looked at that. And then new homes that hit the market, there were a few more in first quarter of 2021. 856 homes sold for the first quarter of 2022, 852. So almost the same. 27 days on market was the average for first quarter 2021. I think I already said this, 15 days, insane. That almost went in half. 2.586 average sales price, median sales price 1985 for first quarter 2022, and up quite a bit again. 2327 average sales price and 1.85 million, so up quite a bit. And the price per square foot was 1194, and homes sold for 14% over asking, whereas in Q1 2021, homes sold for 1,051 and sold for only 5% over asking. So all in all, I mean, the storyline is the same that it has been. I feel like a broken record every month that I talk about this. The market is just hot. It's on fire. However, today, right now, interest rates are hovering around that 4.5% range, and sometimes even higher, maybe in some cases a little bit lower, but somewhere around there. And so with interest rates rising, that means monthly payments for people rise. So if you bought a house for $2 million at 3% interest rate, 30-year fixed, and now you get that for 4.5% interest rate, your monthly payment is significantly higher, several $100s. So that could cause a shift in the market where things slow down. We are starting to see signs of that, but nothing concrete yet to cause prices to decrease. I have a lot of people that I know who have been telling me, and I'm calling you out, and if you think I'm talking to you, I definitely am, who have been telling me for 5 years, when the median price in San Mateo County was 1.5, 1.6. Oh, this market isn't sustainable. It's going to crash any minute, and I'm not buying this house for 1.1 million because I'm going to wait until the market crashes and I'll pick it up for 750 while all these dummies are buying it. Well, now that house is worth 1.6. So it went the opposite direction of what these people predicted. I just believe it's good to save money and live below your means and reinvest that money. And whether that's reinvesting that money into stocks or crypto or investment cash flowing real estate, then that's great. Now, you also need somewhere to live. And one of the large investments that I've recently made is I bought a house that I didn't see as a financial investment, but I instead saw as a wonderful place for me and my family to live, where I can barbecue and I can make baby back ribs. And I just bought a Traeger, and I can sit at the fire pit, and I can hang out with my friends, and I can grow fruit trees, and I can make wonderful memories with friends and family. That's what I invested in. Buying your personal residence, it can end up being a good financial decision, because you may buy a house and it could go up in value, or you may buy a house and it could go down in value. But the reason why I buy a house is not as a financial investment. It's an investment in the joy that I'm able to have personally and with my family, and create memories with my family, friends. Common interest development, let's jump into that. March 2022, 197 homes were listed for sale during the month, and 163 were left in inventory at the end of the month. Compared to March 2021, 181 were listed for sale, and 196 were left in inventories. Inventory is a little bit lower. It's about 15-16% lower at the end of the month. Okay, great. 172 units sold with an average days on market of 15 days on market for that time period. 130 homes sold in 2021, so a lot less. Average days on market was 30. Let's jump back to that. Wow, condos are now on average selling within 15 days. And I can attest to that personally, is that I sold my own condominium recently. It was very hot and we had a lot of activity and multiple offers, and it sold for well over asking. The condo market is recovering very strongly right now, and I would venture to say, if I take a look at months of inventory, that we're in an extremely strong seller's market in San Mateo County for condominiums. Common interest development, so that's going to be condominiums and townhomes. Average sales price was $1 million, and median sales price was $938,000. Now, that's the thing, is even though the market is hotter than it was last year with lower days on market, lower months of inventory, prices have not increased very drastically. The median price per square foot was $795 last year, March 2021, and homes sold for 2% over asking. Right now it is $845 per square foot and 7% over asking. So activity is heating up and continues to heat up in condos. First quarter 2022, we saw 526 new homes on the market. 166 inventory is the same as it was for March because that's at the end of the time period. 485 first quarter 2021 new listings hit the market. The number of sold units, 390 for 2022 first quarter, and it was 329. So a lot more units sold in first quarter 2022 versus 2021. Average days on market, 34 days. Average days on market, 22 days for first quarter 2022. Again, hotter time period. Average sales price for first quarter 2022 was $1,040,000 and median sales price was $950,000. That was a significant jump for the first quarter of 2022 over 2021. So March might have not been necessarily as hot as what looks like January and February was extremely hot. Last year, $782 per square foot, first quarter 2021, and homes sold for 1% over asking. That jumped to $839 and 6% over asking for first quarter 2022. I hope this was helpful. I'll stop there. If you have any questions, you want to dissect this information, you want to access this information, you can feel free to reach out to me. Of course, all my contact information is in the description of wherever you are watching this video, or you can message me on social media or anything like that. My name is Joe Polyak. If you Google it, you'll find me everywhere, and I will respond to any place that you reach out to me. www.samcar.org/market data is where you can find this information for yourself if you just want to review it whenever you'd like to review it. Again, thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your April and May. Thank you.